Hello everyone and welcome. Welcome to Mega Man 4. I am really excited to jump into this one. It is not my favorite Mega Man game overall, but probably my favorite out of the original 6 NES games. It's between Mega Man 4 and Mega Man 6 for my favorite NES Mega Man game. And we are just gonna jump right into it. So this is the first Mega Man game, I think, that it doesn't really matter where you start. What am I trying to say here? It doesn't really matter where you start. Like, I was very strong in my stance of starting with, Bomb Man in Mega Man 1 and Metal Man in Mega Man 2. Mega Man 3 is a little more murky just because there's the two different weapon wheels, but with Mega Man 4, it is pretty much entirely up to you. All the levels are balanced really well in terms of difficulty. So we are going to be starting with a Dust Man for our purposes here today. Now, with Wily, as we saw in the as we saw in the intro there, with Wily dead in Mega Man 3, oh, come on. Boom. With Wily having been killed by his own self-destructing castle in Mega Man 3, there is a new mad scientist on the block wanting to take his place named Dr. Cossack. And he has come with his own 8 robot masters to try and take on Mega Man and Dr. Light and prove himself the greatest robot designer of all time. And because of that, because he didn't start as necessarily a mad scientist, his robots are very industrial in their nature, much like Dr. Light's. So, like, Dustman here is a recycling robot. He can, like, melt down scrap metal in his own body. And that's what this level is. It's a recycling plant. So this is Eddie here. I actually could use that. That was Eddie. He's a little flip-top robot built by Dr. Light to give Mega Man items on the field. I wanted to show you a neat thing where you can actually kind of choose what you get from him by, if you don't pick up the item or let it despawn, then you can leave the screen and come back, and Eddie will come back. But I actually did need a top off on my health there, so I didn't get a chance. But Eddie can give you one of 4 items. He can give you a life up, a large life up, a large weapon up, a 1-up, or an E-tank. So very useful. Yeah, one of the best, or at least one of the more useful. The only thing is he always seems to give you the thing that you don't need, which I guess I shouldn't be complaining about considering what I got, but in my practice playthroughs for this, I definitely got a lot of weapon ups when I was full health, when I was full weapons, and a lot of life ups when I was full health. So I definitely needed to do a lot of resetting. So this here's Dustman. He's our recycling robot. And this whole level is actually, it's kind of a robot recycling plant, which is kind of messed up when you think about it for a game about robots. Like, imagine if Mega Man was human and this level was just covered in, like, limbs and severed heads. It'd be real messed up. And I've fallen to Dustman. Dustman's actually a pretty tough robot. I definitely didn't choose Dustman for ease of play. I just chose him because that's the route I've been doing in my practice playthroughs. I will get into specifically why later on, but for now, I just gotta do my best to beat Dustman here. As you can see, we have a new ability under our tool belt right now. The intro mentioned the new Mega Buster, and that's what this is. This is the new style Mega Buster, allowing Mega Man to charge his shots. At the first level of charge, they do the same amount of damage as a normal shot, but if they destroy an enemy, they will go through and be able to hit another enemy afterward. And at the second level of charge, they do 3 damage, which doesn't sound like a lot, but is huge for taking out larger enemies, being able to do 3 damage at a time. And with Dustman defeated, we now go on to Skullman. Now, Skullman is the only one of these robots designed with combat specifically in mind. He is made specifically for Dr. Cossack's conquest of the world. I didn't want to fall there. Not a big deal, though. And the Mega Man Gigamix manga actually did something really interesting and a little sad with it, where, because of his combat nature, he felt like an outcast after the events of Mega Man 4. I won't get into exactly why, for spoiler reasons, but he felt outcast from his brothers, as they all had jobs to go back to, but he had nothing. And so there was this whole, see, this is what I mean about Eddie always giving you what you don't need. I'm not gonna do this every time we see Eddie, but I do want to just show it off, because it is very useful to be able to just reset Eddie. Oh, I will take a 1-up, gladly. But yeah, if you haven't read Mega Man Megamix or Gigamix, and you're interested in these characters, I highly recommend them. They're very much their own thing, but they, like, imply the existence of the game's stories it's not quite like Mega Man Battle Network, where it's a full-on alternate universe. It's more trying to basically tell stories between each game, and it's very fun. I love Megamix and Gigamix. Ariga-san, his art is a massive inspiration to me, personally. Because I do like to draw sometimes, just as a hobby, and I love Ariga's art. I'm a big art gal. Those little wormy dealies are fun. I like them. And it's a little bit morbid when you think about it, because this whole level is themed around bones, so having a decomposey theme to it is very... It's a little morbid, but done in kind of a cute way, which I always like. Yeah. Second battle in the game, and already it's the most intense one. Behold the strength and power of Skullman! Any day now. Just a second. Yeah, so Skullman won't attack you until you start moving, which I find absolutely hilarious. Endlessly. Oh, he will. Oh my god. I could have sworn I had him stay still after using the shield in my practice playthroughs, but I guess I was wrong. I was gonna say he will also stay still after using the shield, but whoopsie-doopsie. I have way more lives than E-Tanks. I shouldn't have done that, but I don't know. I don't like dying. And if I have the option to not die, I will take it. Usually. One of the best shield weapons in the series, Skull Barrier. It is not. It is almost purely a defensive tool. It is not something you can throw like you can with Leaf Shield in Mega Man 2, but it'll stop all projectiles and instantly kill weak enemies. So it is extremely useful as a purely defensive option. Ooh, that was lucky. Excuse me? I hope my burps don't get caught on mic, honestly. I know I can cut them out, but still. I feel gross whenever I burp on mic, and so even if I cut it out, I'll know. I'll know I did it. Whoa, that was scary. Another Eddie. He doesn't appear in every level. He's just... Aw, come on, man. He's just appeared in every level so far. I believe he shows up in 6 out of the 8 levels in this game. I like Jumbig more than Big Eye because Jumbig will actually die eventually. You can kill Big Eyes back in Mega Man 1. I believe I said that in that playthrough. But it takes a long time, like way too long, and is very hard, and only their eye is vulnerable, I believe, or maybe that's just how it is in Mega Man Powered Up. But regardless, I think Jumbig is a much better big enemy. And so here we have... Oh no! I fell in a hole! Yeah, if my bad, terrible acting didn't tip you off, I actually wanted to fall in that hole because we get W, my favorite letter. It's actually a an optional utility weapon called Wire. And there's no ceiling that I can really demonstrate this with, but if there was a ceiling, he would grab onto it and be pulled up. It's basically a grappling hook, but you can only shoot it directly upward. But it's still pretty useful, though. One of the better utility tools in Mega Man series. Whoopsie. I jumped a little bit way too early there. Whoopsie. But that's okay. I got plenty of lives. Little stingray enemies there, very cute. I like them. The art direction in this game is fantastic. Like, the Mega Man 1 through 3 aren't bad-looking games, but, like, Mega Man 4 is what solidified the Mega Man art style. And, like, this is Mega Man to me. I love the way this game looks. Aww. There we go. Ouchie. I didn't mention what Dive Man was built for. He is... Ooh, do I date? I might just take the death on purpose just to heal up. Dive Man is I believe, if I remember right, he is like a cargo shipping robot. He runs a cargo ship, and he hates pirates and is kind of a narc. We hate Dive Man in this house. No, I don't actually. I'm kind of neutral on Dive Man. I don't love or hate him. I think he's got a neat design, but he does just kind of look like an aquatic hard man. Hard Man's summer version. And he's gone. In an instant, in a flash, he disappears before your very eyes because he is dead. On to Drill Man, and if I'm being honest, I'm not actually that much of a fan of Drill Man's design in this game. Like, it's fine, it's functional, but he's a little too skinny for me. I feel like he should be, like, bigger and look more heavy-duty. If you've ever seen Mega Man Fully Charged, and I'll put up an image on screen so you can compare, that version of Drill Man is, like, what Drill Man should look like to me. He looks way, like, that is a machine built for mining. Whereas classic Drill Man is a little bit, I don't know. He doesn't look like he would stand up well to big rocks and such. And we got a little one up there, one of the most infamous item placements in the series. I'm gonna make one attempt at it, and I'm gonna play it safe. Okay, okay. There we go. It is, if you're off even just a little bit, it is very easy to hit the ceiling on that jump and fall to your death into the spikes. So that's why I had to kind of play it safe. Come on. There we go. One of my least favorite rooms in the game, just because it's so... I don't like these enemies, and your introduction to them being just 3 of them is not great. I just think... Oops. Sorry, I was scratching my nose there. I just think their window for defeating them is way too small. Sniper Joe's, for example, they're kind of the same idea, but they give you plenty of time to shoot them between shield usage. And this part of the level, I honestly don't know how you're supposed to get through it without the skull barrier. So that is one of the reasons we started with Dustman. One of the reasons we're taking this particular route. Because I have never in my life been able to avoid... Sorry, I kind of did that on instinct. I'll just take the death. I made a little bit too much use of the rewind on my practice playthroughs just to, like, get a feel for boss patterns and such. So it's now a little bit muscle memory. So, you know what? I'm going to remap that to a weird button so that so that nothing happens. It'll be on R2. No, you know what? Oh, I can't map it to a stick? Okay. Well, then I'll just map it to R right trigger so that now when I press left bumper, it does nothing. Whoopsie. Oh man, I distracted myself with talks of bumpers and triggers. Now I've completely screwed my memory up. But yeah, I've never in my life been able to avoid those falling boulders. And so... so this is gonna be tough now. If it was just the boulder, that'd be fine, but the fact that the little shattered bits also have a hitbox is really tough. It makes it really tough. I'll give it a shot. Now we're on to Drill Man, who, true to his name, immediately drills. And he's gone forever. End of the game. You can't win. No, I'm lying. I'm lying for fun and profit, but not really. Not profit. I don't make any money off of these. I just do this for fun. mental profit, serotonin profit, profit of dopamine whenever I get a view on my funny little Mega Man video. Aww. Unfortunately, while this is maybe my favorite NES Mega Man game, I haven't played it nearly as much as the first three, so... And that's gonna be a series going, a theme going forward, is like, as we get further through the series, I've played the games less and less, for whatever reason. So, that's why I do that's why I do practice playthroughs. Come on. I don't want to fight him with very little dive ammo, so I'm gonna use a thingy. And right here, right here. Did I do it right? Ah, not quite. I don't remember exactly what happens, but I know something funny happens if you position Mega Man directly in the middle after beating a boss. This is the real reason for this route. You get Rush Jet about halfway through the first half of the game. And Rush Jet is very useful. Not as OP as he was in Mega Man 3, where in that game you could fly freely. In Mega Man 4 and onward, he plays more like a shoot-'em-up, like Gradius, if you've ever played Gradius, where it's just a constant movement in one direction, but you have like up and down control. But flight is flight. In a platformer, that's very useful. Speaking of platforming, this first part of this level is actually pretty tough because this rain isn't just for show, it pushes back on you. And so it makes your jump arcs a little bit shorter in terms of horizontal movement, which makes platforming there very precarious. Little blob dudes kind of look like the CWU-01P, the water boss from Mega Man 1. Might be intentional, might be kind of like mini versions of that. I love the big snail. But I don't have much to say about it, apparently. I don't know, it's got a fun design, it's cute. And I like that one of its moves is to throw its eyes at you. That's a little, it's weird. I like it. And here we fight it again! But yeah, just like look at how detailed that sprite is, and how like 3D almost it looks at that sort of 3/4 angle with the face and part of the other foot visible. Like, this game just looks really nice. That's the only way I can describe it. Is it's very like cartoonish, and I love it. I love the way this game and its follow-ups look. It is just beautiful. And we have Toadman, an irrigation robot for like farming and such. Well, not and such. You really only irrigate in farming and gardening. Ow! And he can make rain happen. Acid rain. With a little hip sway. Not that it helped him much. Rush Marine, gotta have it, gotta love it. Works pretty much exactly how it did in Mega Man 3. And this level in particular is why I wanted Rush Jet. Like, I wanted it specifically before Bright Man, because there's a part later on that Rush Jet just makes... Rush Jet just makes way easier just to get through. And it's probably not the part you're thinking of if you've played this game. I can do that part just fine. Maybe not while talking, but we'll see. What? I feel like I should have made that jump. But whatever. I got plenty of lives, and we're right at the beginning. It's not like we've lost much progress. There we go. And the rest of this should be smooth sailing. Just kidding, it's actually a pretty tough level. Just because of all the instant death spikes all around. But luckily we got these grasshopper dudes to get us through. And I want to make a more concerted effort to use my weapons throughout these games, because I honestly... Outside of Mega Man 11, where you have constant, immediate access to all your weapons thanks to the right stick weapon shortcut, I don't really use my weapons in the older games just because it's kind of a hassle to get to them, but I can't imagine that's very interesting to watch. And it definitely, as I've found through my practice playthroughs, makes it a lot more interesting to play using your weapons. So, yeah, I want to make more of an effort to properly use my weapons throughout the game. And because I don't... This is the part I wanted to use Rush Jet for, by the way. It's just kind of annoying to platform, and I am a woman of convenience. What was I talking about? Right, no, I lost it. I lost the thread. Using weapons good. Using Mega Buster only... lame and boring. So Bright Man is kind of funny. His purpose is he's basically just a flashlight with a brain. He was made to light up dark places like a flashlight, and that's all he does. So I can't hate him too much because he is an adorable little baby boy in the Archie comic. But it's just very, like, why? Why did Cossack build this little funny dude? Who knows? Who knows? But we are gonna use Acid Rain to melt... I don't know why I said it like that. To melt this dude. And because he can't avoid the Acid Rain, it just fills the screen. This boss is less about, like, skillful aiming and more about just, like, survive for as long as it takes. And that wasn't actually a time stop a la Flashman. In lore, functionally speaking, they're identical, but in lore, his flashlight just gets so bright that he can stun other robots. Which doesn't make sense for why Mega Man was floating, but, you know, NES game. Gotta deal with the limitations of the medium. And this is the weapon you're probably gonna see me use the least, just because it doesn't work very well. It works on the Robot Master that it's supposed to, but that's about it. It's basically supposed to be like Time Stopper from Mega Man 2, but it only uses some of the ammo instead of all of it at once, and you can shoot during it. but it's, I don't know, it doesn't work too well. Oh, darn. I took a dang hit. Yeah, when you have a dog that can fly, why bother with platforming or combat? Just fly over everything. So, there's actually two ways to go here. This pit is the main way, but you can also jump over it. And I think I'm gonna show you both. So first, we're gonna jump down and see the level as we're meant to. Not a whole lot, really. Just a, actually, this might be kind of a lot. I don't remember exactly where it leaves you off. Oh, no, yeah, we skip this whole bunch if we go for the upper route. Ooh, and we skip that E-tank if we go the upper route, but otherwise, not a big deal. Not a whole lot, just a transitory screen and a long platforming or combat section. If we instead take... You can make the jump on your own, but I'm nervous about it. So if we instead take Rush Jet, we are taken to a section very similar to the beginning of the level, but with a special surprise at the end. Fun fact about this, it was actually supposed to have a mini-boss segment against like a giant Sphinx robot, but because of space or time or whatever the case was, they couldn't add it, and I'll put a picture up from the Mega Man wiki of what the Sphinx was supposed to look like right now, just to show y'all. It's actually pretty cool. I'm a little sad. If they ever remake this game like Mega Man Powered Up style, I really hope they can add that in, because it's cool. And what we just got is Balloon. It's another utility like Wire, and it's basically just item 1 from Mega Man 2. Oh, I thought I had just enough time to make that, and I probably did, but I timed my jump wrong. Yeah, this section is pretty hard, especially talking through it, so I might be quiet and focus on it, but I don't wanna. So I will only do that if I absolutely have to, by which I mean if I die another time. Yeah, Pharaohman is very cool. Pharaohman is basically a robot archaeologist. He was made to explore tombs and ruins, and he's just really cool looking. It is every design of Pharaohman rules hard in its own way, and I would like to show you them, so I will. They are all so cool. Pharaohman is just a really cool character, hard to mess up. And because he spends all of his time in dark tombs and ruins and caves, he is very light sensitive, which is good for us. And I'm honestly gonna turbo this because it hurts my thumb to do it legit. If I wasn't using Turbo Fire, I would be mashing the button. And for how long this takes, because you only do one little pip of damage at a time, for how long this takes, it would make my thumb start to ache bad. So I just want to hold a button for a while. I try not to use features like save states or rewinds too much in this, but if something causes me like actual pain, I will make an exception. Always drink water. It's delicious. And full of nutrients? I don't know. Why do we need water? Why can't I just drink soda forever? So, every other stage in this game, pretty obvious kind of what it is. Dustman has a recycling plant. Dive Man is like a port, like a seaport. Pharaoh Man has a ancient pyramid. There are a couple weird ones, like Skull Man is just like kind of out in a canyon with a bunch of metal bones around him. But it's still at least recognizable as a canyon thanks to the background and stuff. What is this? Like, what is Ringman's stage even supposed to be? It's odd. But it's cool. It's a cool looking level, I won't deny that. And Ringman, he's kind of designed for combat, I guess. So Skullman isn't totally alone, but it's a very different type of combat. Skullman was built specifically for conquest, whereas Ringman is a security agent. He uses his rings as kind of like lassos to catch bad guys, and in Mega Man Gigamix, he's actually characterized as like this hard-boiled trench coat wearing beat cop, and he's really cool in Gigamix. It's weird that they made a robot, or that Ariga-san made a robot as goofy as Ringman into such a cool guy, but that's why I love Gigamix and Megamix, because they just do that. It's just this guy who's clearly a big fan of Mega Man having fun with Mega Man characters. It's great. And ordinarily you're supposed to use the Mega Buster to break that platform and bring it down to you, but when you have Dive Missile, you don't need to do such a thing. What you got for me, Eddie? A health pickup? Not bad, not terrible. I wasn't too terribly hurt, but I could have used it. I could use the top off. Ah. And these guys are annoying because when they're closed like that, they are invincible. So you gotta kill them fast, or else take the hit. Ooh. These are hard. With the space stuff in the background, I guess this is supposed to be like maybe an observatory. Ooh, I heard a 1-up. Nice. Yeah, maybe this is supposed to be like an observatory. That's the only thing I can think of. Some kind of like space museum. Come on. There we go. Life versus E-tank count? Okay, I will take the death. I normally try to, you know, give it a genuine shot and not die, but I'm this low health and I only have 2 E-tanks, so... and 5 lives, so I may as well just take a death real quick. It gives you a checkpoint right in the boss room. It's not like it's too tough to get back. Come on. Come on, feel the noise. I've never actually listened to that album. I don't really know what the reference there is. Oh god. Don't drink water, I changed my mind, it's evil. It wants to kill you. And with that, we have beaten the 8 robot masters of Dr. Cossack. And in the next episode, we will take on his Siberian citadel. See you then.